Welcome back to the Friday Night Blitz. It is now time for our final thoughts of the night.
Yeah, I want to talk a little bit about the Calvary game. That's a big win for the Cavaliers, isn't it, Coach?
Well, it's season changing. You know, they purposely set up a schedule to prepare them for the playoffs, and they've run through them. Yeah, I don't think they had a game under 10 points. So to beat a Westgate team that people were talking about 4A, contending for a state championship so handily, it really puts them in the driver's seat going into district. And you know, they haven't lost a district game in I don't know how long.
It's been a little while.
When they were in 1A, they ran through district. You know, going up to 2A, they hadn't lost a game, and it puts them in the driver's seat going into the playoffs. Westgate might be the best team they play until December.
Right.
So
until what could be an all North Louisiana.
Once again, OCS.
Depending on what the playoffs look like.
Whatever the playoffs decide to look like after next week.
They asked me on the radio today, when I was talking on the radio on my way back from the Carthage game, they said, what do you think is going to happen with this? And I said, listen, the LHSAA can mess up an ice cream cone. We are going to be in week 6 by the time they vote on what the playoffs look like. That is just crazy to me.
A lot of it, too, is the principals don't care. You know, that's what we're finding out. You know, my principal was talking about it before the game. A lot of principals didn't even open the email to know that there was a meeting or a vote to be scheduled for next week. And if you don't have the 203 to show up, you can't even vote on it. So we're hoping that 203 principals actually show up to Baton Rouge to vote. You know, so
they got to go down for that?
You got to go down for it.
Oh, that's wild.
Yeah, so, you know, the southern teams they'll be there because it's closer. Right. You know, that's the thing about the LHSAA. With it being based in Baton Rouge, it doesn't serve North Louisiana well at all.
It's a pretty far drive for us.
It's 3.5.
And if one's not there, it's no voting at all?
Yeah, if you don't show up to the vote, you don't vote. So you have to have 203, and then it has to be a simple majority. So 51%.
Okay. Well, let's talk a little bit about Airline. You guys played them in week 1.
Yeah.
This is a team that
they can score the ball.
Yeah, they can.
They can score. We almost broke the scoreboard at Airline. And, you know, we started off hot first and second quarter. We went into halftime up 28-14. We were feeling really good about ourselves, and the bottom fell off in the third quarter. And, you know, after we got back to the school and Coach Dunn sitting there, and he said, I've been coaching for 30 years, and I've never coached a third quarter like that. We couldn't do anything right.
No.
And Coach Ben Taylor and Coach Scoggin, they capitalized on every single mistake that we made, and they might run the table themselves, and it helps us, you know, PowerPoint-wise, that 5A team wins 10 games, 9 games. It makes us a 11-point loss, which is the same as a regular win. You know, but they're explosive. They do what they do on offense. They play good defense. And when Ben Taylor decides he wants to score the football, he's going to score the football.
Those guys on the outside are so good.
He has infinite weapons. You know,
Davis and Broom on the outside are
and Jackson at running back. You know, so you got. You know, they look a lot like us. I think that's why that game was so nice at the beginning of the year. When you look at our team and you look at their team, what we do on offense, what they do, it doesn't look the same, but the production is still there. And so those guys are able to score the ball. And if they can run through 5A and we can run through 4A, we can meet up on a Saturday and we can play that game again, and no cameras, and we just play it again. And, you know, because we want to get our lick back. We got a sour taste in our mouth.
We would like to have those cameras there, too.
No, you can't come.
Exclusive?
Yeah, I know, because the LHSAA, they'll fuss. But we'll go and we'll meet up on a Saturday and play it again.
We got about a minute left. I want to talk a little bit about what you're doing on Thursday nights. Just tell us what's going on Thursday nights and where people can find it to see it.
I'm Mr. Coach Wilson Sports. I've been Mr. Coach Wilson since my first year teaching. You know, I just show up. If a coach wants me to come and broadcast their game, I'll bring my phone, I'll set my tripod up, I'll sit in the stadium, and I'll live stream the game. I want as many kids to have an opportunity to be seen as possible. You know, everybody goes to the Calvaries. Everybody goes to the Evangels. Everybody comes to North DeSoto. But what about those Southwoods, those Green Oaks, those BTWs, those Lakeviews, those Lakesides? I want those kids to get some publicity too. And whatever, I've built my name on promoting kids. And it's never a competition with me. It's never a competition with coaches. I just want coaches to win. I want kids to win in our area. That's what I'm about.
That is so awesome. Coach, thanks so much for joining us. That's all the time we have left. We'll see you next week.
See you next week.